So before we actually come on to like life for you now, because we want to hear all about this. You know, when we were talking about you and Holloway, and you hadn't actually, you didn't even know about transgender. So where did that kind of come in, and whereabouts in your life?
The transgender thing come in, I was about 21. I was going out with a girl who was a bit more open-minded than anyone else that I'd been with, and she was a little bit older, and I used to just drive her mad. Obviously, I was still a little bit of an asbo, and she just sat me down one day and was like, honestly, she was like, sit on this. There must have been a documentary about trans people, and she sat me down and went, do not leave this room until you've watched it. She was like, because if you do, I'm done with you. Like, you need to sort your head out. Like, you need to know who you are, basically. So I'd done as I was told. And I went and sat down and watched it, and I just cried my eyes out.
Wow.
But like with happiness, because I didn't, now most people, the majority of people would stare away and think, oh no, I don't want to, it looks so complex and I don't know if I want to be attached to that stigma. Mate, I was like jumping through hoops. So I was like, I'm one of you lot. And it really did. It made me just sob. And I knew who I was, so I just got onto the doctor straight away, explained that I'd come to the realisation, and then, had assessments, changed my name, got on testosterone, and then this voice come, and then, and it all just sort of become beautiful. Yeah.
Do you feel like this helped you, get out of the cycle you were in?
Yeah, definitely.
So this was this part of you not going back into prison, and
I had something to focus on because I had to think
yourself.
Myself. I had to create myself. And I never feel bad for my past. I'm quite grateful for it because I'm so understanding with people now, whereas before I weren't understanding. I was very like, you're this and you're that, and I was quite arrogant, but I've got a third eye now, and I'm quite soft. So everything's changed round.
What's the difference between the old Danny and this Danny now?
The old Danny, you probably wouldn't have even wanted in this studio.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, no, this is the thing. This is the thing. Like, I was talking, I've done another podcast the other day, and we're doing a part 2, and I was going to introduce my old co-D to it. And someone was explaining like what we used to get up to, and where I've done this podcast already, the host was like, Danny, like, you haven't done these things. And my friend, my co-D's like, he did. Like, he definitely did that. And he definitely done more. And I was wild. I was wild.
But look how far like you've come and the beautifulness you found.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, that's amazing.
And the people as well. Like, I meet so many people like yourselves. I come and I talk. And at first it was scary. Like, and to people listening, when you change your routines, it is going to be scary. But just throw yourself in, because it's scary for 2 minutes. And then you're in a different realm. Do you know what I mean?
And you're talking about leaving that old lifestyle
behind.
Yeah.
It's not, people think, oh, I'm stuck, I can't do this, or these are my friends. None of them like your friends, mate. They're all just trying to, I don't know, fight the same fight you are. Like, come on.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to
sorry.
who you are. No, don't apologise. We want to hear what you're doing now. But What have you been? I think you've been involved in a Holloway project, haven't you? So tell us about that.
That was amazing. Aaliyah.
Yeah. Friend of the show.
Yeah. She's amazing. Basically, we connected on Instagram. I won't lie, at first I only noticed her because I thought, who's that? Because she's beautiful.
She is.
But when I've gone onto her thing, I thought, wow, no. I thought we've got, like, she's from Holloway, and I didn't realise. And I thought, wow, she's running this organisation. And then my first initial thought went from whatever to, no, I'm taking this person seriously now. And I just got really intrigued. We've become really great friends. And the exhibition was mad. Like, she started in Holloway. She's younger than me as well. And it's like, for me to know that a young girl or female that started off in the same cells I did, that has now come back to Holloway with the keys, for us all to go back and just walk around with it empty, it was surreal.
So just to be clear, you weren't just out and about whilst like the prison was running and you guys were just in there filming?
No.
With
Obviously,
keys.
No, we weren't unlocking everyone. So what it is for people that don't know, Holloway has actually been knocked down now. But when the exhibition started, before we got to the gallery, the actual opportunity was to be able to go back to the prison we was all locked up in before it got knocked down. It's been empty for years.
I was going to say, it has been. How many years has it been empty?
Don't know, but it looked like it was empty. Like when we went in there, it was like it was haunted.
Was it like a ghost?
Yeah, it was
that
scary.
must have been like a haunted.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just crumbling from the insides. All the beds were still solid.
So everything was still inside.
Everything was crumbling. Yeah, we went into like the dentist. We used to have a dentist in there and the opticians and things like that. And all the machinery was still there.
Oh, this is freaky.
The ceilings was all crumbling.
Wow.
All the paint come off the wall. It still smelled the same though.
Same smell.
Same smell.
If anybody was actually inside Holloway listening to this, they're probably freaking out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, and that's what it was like for us.
So, going through this, what was that like? What was that experience like?
Going back,
Yeah.
quite empowering for me. But for the women, I think it was quite mixed. A lot of them was emotional. A lot of them probably didn't have the same experience I did. I was quite lucky because I am boyish. I got a different reception. For me, it was empowering. It was quite surreal. Like, it was just magic to me. Like, who knew that one day, I remember being in them cells. I remember being sat in there over the weekend and not being able to move all weekend because you're locked in. And to be locked in somewhere, a place to have so much power and energy and noise and, life, like, and control. And we went in there and it was just gone. There was nothing there. It was empty. Like, so yeah, I felt like I'd won.
Yeah.
If
I'd say it felt like a victory.
I felt like I had my foot on top of it. Do you know what I mean? It was very surreal. But yeah.
And why is it so important to you to, have been a part of that and be a part of stuff like this?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I just feel like I chase things nowadays that are positive. Because I do, yourself, when you've lived a certain life, it don't leave your mind. You might physically come away from that life, but it just sticks to your brain. So I try and chase things and be part of projects, anything where I can help people that I can see that are trying or trying to create something to benefit other people. I'm very compassionate, so I'll always throw myself in for the benefit of other people. So yeah, anything like that, any projects, any podcasts, anything activities I can get people involved in, I do. And for me, that was just another one of those things. But it was just like the best one.
Okay, I hear that.
Yeah.
It was like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
I think, but you won't ever know unless you go anyway. So throwing yourself into all these things is amazing.
You got to do it. You got to test yourself, I think. I think too many people are selling themselves short and listening to the thoughts in their mind or other people just because someone else might not think, I can do that. You can do anything.
Love that.
100%.
You can. Yeah.
Do you think then, Danny, like if it wasn't for, the experiences that you had, inside with those women, the support that you had, the love that you got, do you think things would have been different if you hadn't have got that support? Yeah,
I think I'd have still been the same person. I'd have still been struggling. I'd just been stronger and more of a danger to society, probably. If I didn't, I'll be honest, everyone needs love, man. Like, and if they say they don't, they're lying. Because it was, I craved it for so long and it made me play up. I didn't care about anything. I did, but I made out I didn't care about anything. And I just felt so on my own. And yeah, I feel like the love that I got from the prison, from the women, gave me confidence and just filled the gap. It was like having a puzzle and you got 2 bits missing or something. And it was like, they just give me them 2 bits. So yeah, I just feel complete. I just needed a bit of confirmation that I'm all right. I'm not a bad person. I don't think I was ever a bad person. I think I was lost. I think I was so upset with what was happening at home and that I couldn't help my mum. And I was just, I just went without a lot as a kid. Yeah, so I do. I needed love and here we are. So thank you, girls.
Aww.
Yeah.
Just let that sink in. You know, sometimes you just got to let it sink in.
And also, it's just crazy how, there's a majority of people out there are not bad people. They just either needed some love, some guidance, needed some
quiet time.
Yeah.
Just that, you know, like
confirmation, like you said, that they're not a bad person. Like just
some good times. That's it. And imagine going to prison and saying, "Yeah, I had a good time."
Listen. Let's dispel this myth. Prison's not a nice place, but there are good moments. There are really moments that change your life.
Yeah,
you get that opportunity to like think, contemplate, reflect.
Yeah,
it's true. And
you meet some
nice people as well, like people that are going through similar stuff, and yeah.
So Danny, we met previously at the exhibition for what you was talking about going into Holloway, the Layers exhibition. When you were there, I noticed that there was like cameras following you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, seriously. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking, okay, maybe it's for the event. I didn't know. So like, tell us about that.
So that was the documentary team, Loft Films, who were covering my story.
Okay.
And I let them know about it. Obviously, I let them know about each thing I do and if they want to cover it and make it part of the thing. And we just asked Aaliyah and I just said, look, would you like this to be a part of the doc?
She was like, yeah.
Yeah. She was like, well, yeah, because it gives it some more, a bigger audience. Like, it just stretches it out and it just credits the exhibition. So, yeah, she was up for it. So they just come down. And followed us around and just had some chats. I think there was a room, wasn't there? It was like set up like a cell. So the doc team just sat me down on the bed. They had one of the metal beds in this exhibition, and on the big screen and all that, we had like some of the prisoners and stuff. And my codee was there behind me, so we was just shedding some light on that and how we met and what our friendship was back then and what it is now. And they just got a load of footage from the exhibition. So hopefully when it goes out in the spring, everyone can see what we was up to.
Ooh.
So is this documentary, how long has it been following you for?
About a year.
Okay, wow, that's a long time.
And so, what will it be called when it gets out?
Can you say?
Yeah. I think initially it was the Danny Baker story. And now I think it's Dear Danny.
Okay.
I like
so
that.
Everyone listen out for Dear Danny.
Yeah, I think we're going with Dear Danny.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's going out in the spring.
Okay, where can we find it? Do you know where we find it?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but it will be out there. Yeah.
What else are you doing at the moment, Danny? Is there anything else going on?
The last few weeks I've just been chilling out, to be honest, because I've had so much on with the boxing and training and the fights constantly. Like, there's no one that start boxing and has 4 fights in 1 year. I just do loads of different things, really. I was an extra in Jax Jones's music video the other day.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, done a short film as well with Shona Heath.
Okay.
She's like some really incredible creator, designer, who's worked with like Dior, Selfridges.
Okay.
Yeah, and all them big creative brands. Yeah. Wow. So I won't say what I was, but that's going to go live at some point.
Wicked.
Like to dress up as something.
Yeah,
it was fun. Okay.
So these are kind of like videos or like...
Yeah, like just basically I'm represented by Ugly Models character modelling agency.
Right.
So
we've got some modelling going on.
Yeah. So we do like a bit of extra work, a bit of acting, just a bit of anything.
That's
really.
So cool.
Yeah, I just try and do things to keep the PTSD at bay.
How are you finding these new things? What's it like for you?
For
doing all these new things.
It's nice. I've got used to it now. At first I was getting anxious. Even though I was calling it on, like, I'll do that, I'll do this. And then when it comes to the day, I'm like, I can't go to sleep the night before and that. You know, like a kid at Christmas, that's how it was. It was awkward at first because I wasn't used to meeting new people and nice people. I didn't know what to speak about other than what I used to speak about. So, it's just really, really nice. And I just feel like, you know, when people say there's light at the end of everyone's tunnel, I feel like that. I didn't believe it until now. And I'm just happy.
I can't wait for people that really need to hear that to hear that.
Yeah.
Because that's incredible.
Thank you.
So look, you're sharing your story in like many different ways. You're part of loads of different like organizations and events and things like this. Why is it so important for you to do this? Why is it so important for you to share your story and be part of these things?
I'll be honest, it's a bit of two things. Part of it is me sharing my story to encourage others. Part of it is proving to the old me that I've got this. Like, the world is my playground. And I always knew I could do something. I always knew I was capable. At school, I struggled. I didn't get any GCSEs. I didn't even get further enough in school to my GCSEs. I got kicked out the day before. So it was like I really did write myself off. And I'd been sectioned twice before I was even old enough to go to prison, like locked in a mental hospital. So it was like I owe this to myself and my family. And I believed that money for me ain't the be-all and end-all, and it never has. Even when I was running about grafting, it weren't really a thing. But for me now, I'm 36 years old, yeah. I do suffer massively from mental health. Much as I am sat here giving it all the positive talk, I just want to put myself in a position where one day I can sit in my garden with the house around me that I've bought and be like, look back at the mental health and like people can beat mental health as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm just enjoying my journey, and I feel like we're in this life once, like one time. And I just want to make sure that I'll make the most of mine.
Love that.
Yeah. Really, really lovely put.
Thank you.
Put. Is that right?
So what we like to do here on Life After Prison is share organisations that can support people when they're, released from prison or in prison.
Yeah.
Were there any organisations that supported you?
I didn't actually get support. I actually come out and supported an organisation that does support. I think they're called St. Giles.
Yeah.
I ended up coming out and wanting to raise a load of money for whatever charities, and there was a lady from there. I can't remember her name. I'm kicking myself.
But the lady...
But she might remember me.
Okay.
So if you're watching, I love you. And thanks for everything you've done for me. And she basically told me, look, it's going to be all right. Like, just put yourself in different circles. She even come with me. I threw myself off the red thing in Stratford.
What red
the
thing?
Orbit.
Oh, yeah, the Orbit in the Olympic Park. Yeah.
So she come there with me just to support me.
So what do you have to do? Jump off it?
Yeah, well, I had to abseil off it.
Okay.
But when you get to the top, I didn't realise till I got to the top that I didn't like heights. And I got to the top and I'm like, you're like, I can't do this. And then my little brother was there up the top with me, and I thought, I can't not do this in front of my little brother.
He's going to rinse you for life.
Yeah, like I'm the one giving it all the speech and that all the time. And then I got up there and he just went, remember who you're doing it for? Because it was for all the homeless kids. I thought, all right, let's go. And I've just done it.
Well done.
But yeah.
Yeah, well done.
So St. Giles.
Yeah, St. Giles.
Right, cool.
Yeah, St. Giles. But yeah, there weren't really an organisation that helped me. But there's organisations that have helped me stay afloat and helped me be active and kept me present in the world.
About them,
so like Aaliyah's Daddyless Daughters. All right, I'm not a daddyless daughter, but I was once. Yeah. Her organisation is amazing. I've sent a lot of people over there. There's ACT Charity that support the underage LGBTQIA homeless that have obviously come out to their parents, and due to like religious reasons and things like that,
yeah,
they haven't got the reception that some others have. Yeah, just load. I can't think of the top.
That's cool, man. Thank you, man. No, I appreciate it.
My head, but there's loads. Go on my Instagram and you'll find everyone.
What is your Instagram?
D-Boy Promotions _87.
Boom.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks. And there are other organisations. Another one we're going to shout out is Bent Bars, which is a letter writing project for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, transsexual, gender diverse, intersex and queer LGBTQ plus prisoners in Britain and Northern Ireland.
Oh, that's nice.
In it, the project includes people who are held in prisons, in secure mental health units, and in immigration detention centres as well.
Oh, really?
So, it's good, isn't it? So check them out. And all of these organisations will be in our show notes and the description. So check them out.
Wicked.
And we hope that you've been enjoying our episodes of Getting Out. We have another episode coming out next week, which is all going to be about support once you're in work. So definitely check that out.
Check it out.
We asked you guys a question on our socials, and we've touched on it in our episode with Danny today. Yeah. But our question was, have you ever been seg? Or we can say, have you ever been...
in the block?
In the block. Yeah. You guys answered with, so 45% said no, 30% said yes, 20% said never heard of it until we put out the social, and 5% said most of your sentence.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a bit.
5%.
Danny, where would you put yourself on that?
Yeah, what percentage are you involved with?
What was the saying? Yeah, I was probably in the smaller percentage. I was a bit smarter.
Okay. Oh, the one that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the one that said yes,
Yes.
30%. You have been.
30%. Yeah,
I was part of that. No, 45%.
You've never been blocked?
I never went to
Okay.
seg. No.
I don't
I'm
believe you.
happy.
And I
I'm
put a little
happy she
angel
hasn't.
on my head when I
Yeah.
did that. No, I'm joking. But it was quite interesting to hear, 20% said you've never actually heard of the seg before.
Yeah.
So if you've got any more questions around what is the seg, what is the block, if you want to understand a little bit more, then just let us know on our socials again.
Yeah, hit us up. You can DM us on Instagram and Twitter at After Prison Pod, or on TikTok at Life After Prison Pod. If you're listening on the inside, you can get in touch with us via NPR. But if you want, you can email us at podcasts at prison.radio. So please keep getting in touch with us.
Yeah, we're loving the interactions, so keep it coming.
Yeah.
So Danny, a massive thank you to you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you both.
It's
Thank you
been
both.
a real pleasure, so thank you.
Yeah, man, really good. Enjoyed it. So
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Go on.
Go on.
I was going to say it ain't the end. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
We love that. Can't wait. And yeah, thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.